Hello! Hi everyone! Welcome back to Coffee with Minnie. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a whirlwind of a year and a half since I disappeared from the face of the planet. But I am still here and I am back! Since my last video, a lot has happened. I graduated from MIT Sloan. I moved to New York. Dun, 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 dun. Got a dog. Started a new job, continued wedding planning, traveled lots for business trips in Vegas, in LA. And finally had my wedding, which is the best time in August. And now, as we kick off 2026, I'm finally ready to be back on my channel again to share tips and tricks on MBA applications, admissions, experiences, and all that. But also a lot more new content and topics that might be of interest to you. I know, I probably could have done this earlier when the admission cycle started for the MBA applications, which is usually around summer, but it's never too late. This week is the deadline for many round 2 applications, especially for the M7 MBA programs. So if you've already admitted to your dream school in round 1, congratulations, it's a milestone. I'm constantly reminded how much of a grind it was, so congratulations. If you're still in the grind, applying to round 2, figuring out what the next 2 years would look like for you, best of luck. You can check out my How to Get into MIT Sloan video, which I posted in 2022 when I just started at MIT Sloan, and also all of the other videos that I made while I was in Sloan. I try to remind myself that it is a different world right now. It is now 2026. It's almost impossible to imagine a world without generative AI, which in fact was not a tool that was readily available to most of us in the application cycle of 2022. I think there's a lot to unpack there, but I will say as you go through some of the older videos, I will highlight these 3 trends that I think are critically important in this admission cycle. Number 1, the bar for a good essay is vastly different in today's world where all of the GenAI tools, whether it's ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, Perplexity, are all at your fingertips. And all of the admissions committees, programs around the world for MBA are well aware of the ways in which that these tools can be leveraged and used for your applications. And hence a lot of schools actually have changed their essay structure to be able to better assess candidates' candidacy. As you look at all of the essays, no matter the topic, truly focus on specificity, authenticity, as well as the depth of reflection, because those things will differentiate you from thousands of applicants around the world. It is very critically important for you to demonstrate all of the qualities that the schools are looking for in very thoughtful ways. And one high-level trend that I've observed is that many schools have changed their long-form essays to short-form essays that are targeting at specific examples and personal experiences that could demonstrate your candidacy and qualification. If I were in this application cycle, I would definitely use all of the GenAI tools out there to help me with ideation, my logic, my thinking, to use it as almost your personal assistant. And number 2, the non-essay components in your applications will become more and more important. My high-level observation and educational guess does not represent any admissions committee's actual thinking, but in a world where everybody's playground is leveling in terms of writing ability, then all of the other components, whether that is interviews or videos, will become very important in telling the story of who you are. And in that sense, I think MIT Sloan actually benefits from this because it is one of the most dynamic application that I have seen in terms of the components. You have to submit a video essay, introduce yourself to your classmates, an org chart to highlight what your role is in your organization, and of course you will have the interview. And a fun anecdote that I would like to share with you on the video essay was that before we graduated, one of my friends, thank you Patricia, threw a graduation party. What we did at that party was to re-watch everybody's 1-minute video essay that they submitted to MIT Sloan. It was so fascinating and hilarious at the same time. Obviously everyone was very embarrassed to see their awkward selves on camera. I was told I was good at it and hence, you know, this. But what I will tell you is that there is nothing that I could pinpoint as to, oh, everybody was really good at speaking, or everyone had the most impressive story, or everyone was using data in their speech or talking about how quantitative they are. They are all absolutely different. My classmates filmed their videos outside, inside, crazy backdrops with nothing in the background. Some were stoic and serious, some were very relaxed and funny. So there's absolutely no trend, no single common trait that you can draw from those videos. And what I'm trying to get at is that your applications will be viewed holistically, whether it's essay or the other non-essay components. As we enter this new world of generative AI, where the quality of essays in general should be improving dramatically, I would say definitely spend time on these non-essay components to make you stand out. And number 3, the actual MBA experience will also change very dramatically now in the world of generative AI. You should be mindful and intentional about how you're going to approach all of the coursework, whether that is researching, data analysis, case working, presentations, deck building, and everything that you can imagine in business school. That is going to change your entire MBA experience, especially educationally. That is about expectation setting, that is about understanding what's important to you, and that is about asking the right questions during your application process or the coffee chats to understand what that means to your entire 2 years of experiences. I think this is really important because for the class of 2024, when we started the MBA, it was excitingly the post-pandemic world where we get to travel and do all of these experiences. It was also halfway through that GPT really blew up in every part of the educational world. Being at MIT, as you can imagine, it was just such an intellectually stimulating time to be able to jump on all of these tools and understand, well, number 1, see how you can use them in your day-to-day work and no longer spending 5 hours writing an essay. Or it is about sitting in the classes to learn about how an LLM actually works. How do you marry the traditional predictive AI versus the new generative AI? Of course, it came with lots of uncertainty as people navigated the rise of all of these tools. Now, as you start in 2026, I think it's a massively exciting time because you will have more established use cases, AI policies, and skill sets that you potentially see that you can build that are better for the workforce. And I'm really excited for you on this journey, and I'm confident that you will get into the program of your dream. And no matter what, I trust that if you choose to pursue this path, it is up to you to make it the best 2 years of your life, like many of us have felt. And as usual, if you have any specific questions, definitely look at my past videos, leave a comment below. I'll aim to address them to my best ability, explore all of the now online resources that you can get ChatGPT to put together for you, and understand all of the application cycles and requirements and so on. So the world is your oyster. For my channel, for all of you that are still watching, I'm really excited to bring more content to you that's informative, educational, hopefully somewhat entertaining. Just as a preview, you can expect to hear from me on how to find the best MBA programs for you. Is an MBA really worth it? And I will give you the post 1 to 2 year graduation version, as well as many more industry and role function specific topics that will come your way. If there is anything that you want to hear more about, definitely leave a comment below, subscribe, and stay in touch. Happy New Year, happy 2026, happy round 2, and I'll see you next time.